here, girl. Stop playing. Let me beat that.
Pretty little thing, you got a bag and now you
beat that.
Look around, give you my last name. Pretty little thing, you got a bag and now you ballin'. Look around, give you my last name. Pretty little thing, you got a bag and now you
Stop playing.
look around, give you my last name.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Simone, and I'm coming at you with another video. So in today's video, I just want to start off by saying Happy New Year! It's finally 2020, and let me just say, it feels so good to get out of that decade. Like, honestly, that decade was a mess. But it's a new year, and I hope that everyone, including myself, honey, manifest everything that they want in this year, and it just turns out to be a beautiful year for you. Now, number two, I want to talk about, that was a crack in my voice, nasty. Now, number two, I want to talk about the video that I just recently posted. And I want to start off by saying I saw that a couple of people disliked the video, and you know, we're a small channel, so getting dislikes is like, but you know, it is what it is. You know, some people liked the video, some people didn't. It's all good. What we're not gonna do though is stop, because honestly, like, I know it wasn't the best rap, but I always tell you guys that it's for jokes. It's not a serious thing, you know. And honestly, in my opinion, as my, toughest critic, I think that the rap was good. It's just that I didn't put a lot of attitude into it and a lot of emotion into it, and mostly because I was looking at the words, because unfortunately I didn't practice it and memorize the words before I did it like I usually do on my Say Rap series videos. So to me, honestly, I feel like that was the biggest problem with the video. And I mean, it got some dislikes, but it also got a couple of likes. And whether it got likes or dislikes, it doesn't really even matter, because guess what? It has the most views of anything I have on my channel other than my concert vlog. And of course, my concert vlog was gonna get a lot of views because it's a concert vlog. Like, people want to see a concert, so of course that has views. And plus, my concert vlog has been put by YouTube, not by me. I don't even know how to put it in there like this, but by YouTube, my concert vlog has been put into a playlist of all things Chief Keef. So anytime you want to listen to Chief Keef music or anything like that, my concert vlog is probably going to be there. So because of that, my concert vlog got a lot of views. So that's a given. But this video is like a regular schmegular degler video, just like any other video I post, and it got 100 views. So whether it got dislikes, it really doesn't matter, because I have always been told, and I've always heard in my life, that no publicity is bad publicity. Y'all may have disliked it, but you still watched it. Ha ha. So anyways, yeah, I just feel like it is what it is. And the Say Rap series is not gonna stop. Like I said, it was requested of me to bring it back, so I brought it back. And y'all don't have to believe me after seeing the video. You're like, oh, that was so whack. I don't understand how she's saying that somebody requested to bring it back. But somebody did, because they said they actually liked my raps. So I'm still going to continue to do it. And if you thought giving me a bunch of dislikes was going to make me delete it, then you're surely mistaken. So next time, you might want to just, if you don't like it, click out of the video and leave it alone. Because disliking it is not going to make me take it down. So anyways, we're still rolling. Nothing's gonna stop the Sid Simone train. Ever again. Never, ever, ever. Nothing. So, bye to all you haters. So now let's get into what this video is going to be about today. And this is a trigger warning for all the people out there who still view me as a little girl. I want to do more adult subjects because I am an adult now, and I feel like, a lot of people still kind of treat me like I'm a child. But I mean, you know what? One of my goals for 2020 is to assert my, adulthood. Whether people like it or not, I'm gonna be an adult, because I am an adult, and you can keep treating me like a child, but it's just not, I'm just not a child. So, yes, we're going to touch on a little adult subject that people are going to be uncomfortable with. So this is a trigger warning right now. If you don't, I'm pretty sure you've read the title of this video and you know what this is about. So if you don't want to hear about it, click out. go ahead, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes or a couple seconds to click out. Okay, and now for the people who do want to stay and hear this conversation, let's have the sex talk.
Let's have the sex talk, huh? Wanna see your body, take your clothes off, huh? I'ma bust quick, keep your lips off, huh? Rock that shit till you blast off, hey.
So anyways, today's talk, yes, is going to be about sex. And one thing that I want to touch on in the beginning is about virginity. I have a 14-year-old sister. Like, some of you all have seen my sister featured on this channel. She's 14 years old. And I really think it's important that I talk about this real quick, because a lot of people that I know have lost their virginity at 14, 13, 15. And I'm just kind of like, I don't think that that's a good age to lose your virginity. And some people will get mad at me, but those people that have experienced that, like, they'll get mad at me, but they'll even say themselves that they feel like that it wasn't the right time and that they were taken advantage of, and, you know, that they regret losing it at such a young age. So I don't really understand why they get so mad at me when I say this, but I honestly feel like, you know, especially having a 14-year-old sister, if she were to tell me that she lost her virginity, it would break my heart. I feel like there's an age, you know, for everything, like an age range for everything. So I just want to touch on virginity a little bit real quick. So when it comes to virginity, I feel like, you know, some people say that it's a sacred thing. I've had people tell me that they don't think it's a sacred thing. To me, the word sacred means, on a religious standpoint, you know, from a religious viewpoint, something that is held to the highest extent and kept, you know, to the highest, you know, degree because of religious viewpoints and religious teachings, I guess. So when I think of that, you know, sex is sacred, I'm thinking of, oh, so, you know, like, I'm a Christian. So in my experience, I have been taught that we need to wait before marriage to have sex. And, you know, some people say that they think that's the right thing to do. Some people say that they don't think it matters. So I honestly feel like it'll happen when it happens. Honestly, like, if you want to be super strict on yourself and go, I'm not having sex till marriage, I'm not having sex till marriage, that's fine. I mean, and it's not even like that either, like the way I just said it. Like, I didn't mean to make it sound like you're a nut for feeling that way, because there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to wait till marriage, wait till marriage. But honestly, majority of the time, losing your virginity kind of just happens. It's not something that you plan for or anything. I mean, in a way it is, but it's like you're never gonna know when you're ready, is basically what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna say one day, I'm ready, and that's kind of like planning for it. Like, not planning, like, you're not planning ahead, you know? You're just gonna one day be like, you know, I think I wanna do this, and you're gonna do it. So it's kind of an unexpected thing, you know? Because for me, it was all about finding somebody who was worthy. I used to talk about how I wanted to save myself for somebody who's worthy, because I didn't want to be out in these streets, you know, doing this and that with anybody, because I respect my body. I don't want unwanted pregnancies. I don't want STDs. I respect my body. I'm not sleeping with just anybody, you know? So because of that, girls would really get mad at me. They would be so mad. They'd be like, oh my gosh, you're just throwing shade at us because this, that, and the third, and you know, you could be with the guy for 3 years and then finally decide to give it up to him, and he'll still cheat on you. You think you're special because you're waiting, and you know, people would really come at my neck about me saying that I wanted to wait. And I felt like that was so weird to me, because it's like, you know, just because the shoe fits you, honey, doesn't mean I'm talking about you, number one. And number two, I'm gonna do what I want with my body, whether you like it or not, honestly. So, like, that's so silly. Don't ever let somebody make you feel bad about wanting to wait. Like, I have never seen, like, people are so sex crazed in this generation that it's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're really mad at me because you're out here being a hoe? What sense do that make? You need to be looking at yourself in the mirror, not at me. But anyways, my thing was always waiting until I was worthy. I didn't give up my virginity until 18. No, I'm not a virgin anymore. I know if family members are watching this, that probably will break their heart to hear, but they'll probably not be surprised either because I'm in college. I mean, it's what we do as college students. So, and I know, a lot of the people at church who are like, don't have sex before marriage, don't have sex before marriage. All of them have had babies at 16. They had been having sex way before they lost their virginity at a way younger age than I did. So it's like, you really can't judge me. You really can't. So I lost my virginity at 18, and I waited until I found somebody who was worthy of it. So I didn't give up my virginity until I met my boyfriend. And trust and believe, I had plenty of opportunities to do that with somebody else before my boyfriend. I've had plenty of opportunities to give it up before meeting my boyfriend, but I just really thought about it like this. And I think people think about it in a wrong way. Here's how people view virginity. Oh, it doesn't matter if you wait, people will still do you dirty. It's not about people doing you dirty, because honestly, you could wait until marriage and then your husband could cheat on you in the marriage and you get a divorce. It's not about people doing you dirty. What it's about is, here are the things that I evaluated before I lost my virginity. Number one, is he clean? Is he clean? I'll say it again. Is he clean? If you're not thinking about that before you do that with somebody, I feel bad for you. That's the number one thing you need to be thinking about. Is he clean? Because I've literally seen people, like I said, it's a sex crazed curse going around in my generation. I literally went on Twitter one day and saw some dude say, forget about HIV. What? No, we're not forgetting about HIV. We're not forgetting about STDs. Please make sure that the person that you're getting ready to lay in bed with is clean. And it may be weird to them that you're asking, do you have anything? But if they get offended, they probably do. So dip. You gotta ask those questions. Are you clean? Number two, am I gonna regret this for the rest of my life? And that's what ultimately led me to make the decision of going with my boyfriend, because those opportunities that I had to do that with somebody else before him, they were not worthy. Like, I honestly, we kind of would make out or something like that. We would kind of get in the groove of things, trying to lead up to that. And then I'm just like, I'm not feeling this. I'm not, this dude seems like trash. This one, honestly, all the options I had before did not meet up to my standards. I was just like, no, this is I felt uncomfortable, in those situations. I felt like, this was just a booty call. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down before it gets any further. And that's what I did. I didn't let it go too far. I didn't have sex with them. Then I met my boyfriend. We hit it off. We're good friends in our relationship, and there is a connection there. And I felt that connection, and I felt like, what? If there was ever a time where we break up and we, go our separate ways, after having sex with him, I won't regret it. I won't. And I felt like that's when I knew he's worthy of this, and that's what I want to do with him. This is what I want to do with him. I knew he was clean because we were both virgins, so I knew he wasn't in these streets. And he was just, he's like my best friend. So I know that, if things were to ever end, we're all good, I'm not going to be crying like, I wish I had never had sex. No. It's all good. And so that's how I kind of came to the decision that I wanted to lose my virginity to him. And I feel like that's the stuff that you have to take into account. I feel like if you're at a young age, just kind of, think about, is this what I really want for myself? Don't just jump into something, because that's what most people do when they lose their virginity at 13, 14, 15. They're usually taken advantage of by an older person who's telling them that this is what they need to be doing, Just for all the young girls out here watching this, please just don't listen to people who are trying to peer pressure you into doing something that you're not ready for. just wait, you know? You don't have to wait until marriage, but at least wait until you're of a good age, you know, a developed age is what I'm pretty much trying to say. Like, I just think 13, 14, like, I'm sorry, like, I know I'm probably striking a serious nerve in a lot of people, but I have a 14-year-old sister. And when she tells me that she does anything even remotely sexual, it rocks me to the core. You don't understand. No parent wants to find out. No parent, no older sibling, nobody wants to find out that their younger sibling or their child lost their virginity at 13. Oh, that's a baby age. Please be careful. Like, just don't let anybody push you into doing something that you don't want to do. And just think of it to yourself. You know, think about it to yourself. Like, am I ready for this? This is a big step. Like, honestly, people think that losing your virginity is like, oh, it's not that serious. It kind of is. To me, it is. Because I feel like, you know, so many different things can happen during that first time. Like, I know some people who have actually caught something on their first time. That's why I said, make sure they're clean. I know people who have gotten pregnant on their first time. I know people who, you know, have had their heart destroyed because of their first time. And it's usually the ones that lost their virginity at 13, 14, you know, at those young ages. So please just be careful. Protect your energy is basically what I'm saying. Protect your body and protect your energy. You're too young to be jumping into something that you're not ready for. And quite frankly, sex is grown folks' business. And that's why I waited until 18, because I was like, you know, I ain't grown before that. But once I went to college, I was like, okay, now I'm grown. So I'm going to do what I want to do. And if it happens, it happens, you know? It's grown folks' business. Stay out of it if you ain't grown. Anyways, so I really touched on virginity a lot. You know, this was mostly about virginity, but it was also kind of an all-around conversation about sex, period. Like, making sure that somebody's clean, making sure that somebody's worthy of your time, because sex can really leave emotional scars, whether you believe it or not. I've even experienced that with my own relationship. I know I said that, you know, I gave up my virginity to my boyfriend because I felt like I wasn't gonna get any emotional backlash from it. But honestly, during me and my boyfriend's little break, I realized that one thing that, you know, after starting to have sex, it's kind of hard to stop. So when you stop, it's a little like, you know, it hurts. Just like emotionally, it hurts, because it's like, you know, you miss that intimacy, you know, and it's like, I'm upset because I don't get to do this anymore, you know. So you kind of have to protect your energy. Like, I've experienced some, I mean, I could go into deeper detail about that, because it's not just that, but, you know, you can experience some emotional scars. You can experience some things that you may not be able to come back from, like the STDs. And then the unwanted pregnancies, I really don't like how people like jump in bed with random people. Don't use protection. Please use protection. Always. Condoms. And some people don't believe in birth control. I do personally, because I feel like, number one, I'm on birth control currently, and the reason why is not about sex. It's mostly because of my period and how awful it is. So that's what mostly got me on it. But also because it's like, you know, I'm not trying to get pregnant. I'm young. I want to live my life. There's too many people my age getting pregnant, and honestly, I know this is another trigger warning, but I'm about to say it. I don't understand why. I really don't. Why, you know, I can see if it's, you know, unexpected, but some people are planning it. Some people are literally planning to have these kids, and I'm like, what? Y'all really want a kid and we not but 2 years fresh out of high school? Baby, I got life to live. I'm sorry. Kids hinder you from living your life to the fullest. You can still live your life, but not to the fullest. And I haven't lived any life for real. So I don't need no kids, okay? So birth control, I don't want no unwanted pregnancies. I'm not ready for that. And I feel like, knowing that and using condoms and other types of protection is way better than going out here having sex with somebody who you don't want to have no kids with, or just having sex knowing you don't want no kids, and then going out and getting an abortion. It's like, you could have avoided all that. You know how expensive abortions are? Like, I'm not even going to go into details about how I feel about abortion, because that's a whole nother conversation, and that's a whole nother heated conversation. But just alone, do you know how expensive abortions are? Who is going to spend all that money to go get 20 million of those jobs when you could just easily put on a condom? I feel like that's so silly. And, it's unnecessary. So condoms, birth control, I believe in them. And, STDs, I believe in those too. And that's why I feel like, what is going on? Why don't people believe in those anymore like I do? Because it's crazy how people are just jumping in bed with anyone. And, I follow Norfolk State's confessions page. And if you follow them too on Instagram, you know that they are nasty. I think some of them are lying though about those stories, because some of those stories are just out of control. And it's mostly sex related stories. Like, yeah, I went over to this girl's dorm room and we did this and did that and she was dirty. Like, what? Or I went over to this dude's room and he had 20 million different, what? 20 different million sex part? What? No. Wouldn't be me. No. And sometimes it's hard to know, who's out here in these streets. But honestly, with social media connecting us all, it's really not that hard to find out who's in these streets. Trust. All you gotta do is say, I'm with this, like literally, some people hate it when girls do this, but do this. I encourage this. Post the dude. Do it. Post him on your Snap, post him on your Instagram story, and see how many girls come into your DMs and be like, hey, because then you'll know. And then you can be like, deuces, because you'll know. But anyways, that's all I really want to say. Just protect your energy, protect your bodies, care more for your bodies, be healthy, be safe. And just, be sure that you're ready to make that decision based off of if they're worthy, if they're clean. And just, I feel like you should do whatever you want with your body, but just don't ignore the fact that healthiness is important. It is. But anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you don't, then just click out of it. You don't have to hit the dislike button. Anyways, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Hit that post notifications bell so you know whenever I post. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Love you, babies. Bye.